I'm DJ, and this is Rise Through Concrete. This podcast is really another piece of Build, Rise, and Thrive. When I tell y'all, I needed a space to really expand the platform of building strong foundations that were going to make sense and not just talk about what the journey is from the beginning and then just shoot you straight through to what success looks like on the other side. I really meant it. Now, Rise Through Concrete I really want this platform to be where we can really talk through what failure feels like, what picking yourself up really feels like, and how we really deal with change and how we can really go from start to finish. Oftentimes we're in that space where we see people who have really made it, but we only ever hear what the beginning of that journey looks like and what the end of that journey looks like once they've made it and they've hit it and it really goes. I don't care so much about what that moment felt like, because I want that moment for me when I get there on my own journey. But what's really important is really talking through how we deal with and manage change. And that's different for every last one of us. Now, one thing I seem to sometimes struggle with, and I know that seems to be something that seems to be a recurring issue for me, is that failure to launch, right? We all feel like we've got the skills in place, we've gotten the opportunity, the doors are probably wide open, there are people in your corner, and something just isn't clicking. What is it? I'm here to tell you, I don't know. And maybe, we're here because you don't know. What I will share with you is I've probably figured it out. And you've probably figured it out. And you're just not in the space to admit it, because I know I've been in that space where I don't like admitting it either. Now, let's level set really quickly. I don't know you and you don't know me. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off with an icebreaker. But like you, I don't really care for the icebreakers that we oftentimes have to do when you got to figure out, what funny fruit goes with the first letter of the name of the person that you have to figure out that's sitting beside you in a training that you're probably only going to be in for like the next 1 day, 2 days, maybe a week. And you're not going to remember that person's name or anything about them. Now, I'm not a fan of those, but this icebreaker is not for us to get to know one another, though that's really what I want to happen. This icebreaker is for you. This icebreaker is for us to really dig deeper into ourselves. You don't need to share the answers with me right now. You don't have to be vulnerable with me right now, but I really want us to open up the conversation so that we could talk through what it's like to fail, how we have to deal with that change, and how we get ourselves out of that space. It's really difficult. Now, I know a lot of things have happened from 2019 to 2020, and you're probably tired of people talking about it. I am too. I am so tired of it. We've lost a lot of great people. We've endured so much, and there's so many great things happening around us. And from loss of life is blooming. Life, opportunity, and great things can come from that. We've learned. We are continuing to learn, and there's always opportunities to grow. However, in the same space, what do we do with all that we have seen, all that we have experienced, and everything that's in front of us? Just take a second and just let that sit on you for a second, right? I'm not a fan of icebreakers when it comes to trying to get to know the person in the room so that we can manage to get through a short period of time. But what I'd like for us to do is to really shatter the iceberg. I want us to break it down, like below the surface. I want us to like really get in there. We're going to get to know each other a little bit better. No lie. However, I really want us to get to know ourselves a little bit better. I want us to like talk through some of those life lessons that we've really made beliefs. I want us to really get exposed. I want us to talk through some of those things we heard growing up. Are they really true? Are they not true? Like really just take a step back and get it together, right? unlearn some bad habits, really talk through some things that we've really gone through so that we really can move forward, right? I'm all about those icebreakers. So if that's what you're here for, I'm here for it. I'm DJ. This is Rise Through Concrete. And if you want more of this outside of the podcast space, then I want you guys to go over to buildriseandthrive.com. That is where it all happens. That's where it all starts. Now, I'm the type of person who fails forward at everything. I'm going to fill in the blanks along the way, and I might not get the answer the first couple times. And that's why we're here. I needed a space to do that. There are so many who's like, you should write, you should talk, you should do this, or come talk to these people. You're great at what you do. And I kind of sit and doze off, not sleep, but just daze off. And it gets a little awkward because I never feel that way. I never feel like I'm good enough. However, I gotta know something, and it can't always be bad, or it can't always be that I don't know anything. But there's always two sides to a story, right? That's where this starts. So I'm ready to break the ice if you're ready to break the ice. And if you're not ready, then what I encourage you to do is to keep listening. Get a friend, get somebody you know, maybe somebody you don't know. I don't know. Listen along, join me. Now, there's 3 ways you can always keep up with the show, right? Of course, you can comment on social media. Currently, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on LinkedIn. I know, right? Soon to be, I already have a TikTok and I already have a Snapchat. I don't use them as much. But I'll be back on those. Follow me on there, right? Also, you can send messages to the show. You can send live voice messages to the show. I'm going to start to make sure that you guys could do that as well. And then the third way is go to the website, and I'm going to drop the link in the description. You can be a part of the show. If there's a question that you want to answer, if there's a conversation you want to have, let's talk about it, right? Format, we're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it, how it impacted us. How do we apply that? And then we're going to wrap that up and figure out, what's the best way to approach this. I'm sure there's a way for us to move forward and get past this failure to launch, because we are greater than where we are. Now, I'm not going to make this too long, because the question I was answering today was, do I like icebreakers? Simple answer, no, not really. Not really. But what I do want to do is tear down some walls. What I do want to do is have real conversations. And what I also want to do is move people forward. There's so many great things that we can do. There's so many spotlights I want to put on people who are under spotlighted. And I can only do that if I create that platform, if nobody else is doing it, right? Same thing about jobs. The only thing I was ever told about jobs is that if you can't find one, then you're not looking hard enough. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And again, that was a belief that I was made to believe. And growing up, you begin to learn what you learn based on experience. I begin to then see, if there's nothing for me, then create it. I'm creating it. There's not a space for me. I didn't often fit in, so I'm here. Let's rise.